Now this was just an exercise to handle our attention, which is very, very important because it's the focusing of attention that we are used to. We focus attention on so many things. We have no experience really of withdrawing attention. We have experience of focusing attention on different parts of the body like we just did. But we do not have an experience of withdrawing attention. That's a different exercise. And that's the secret of good meditation, is not focusing attention. It is to know what attention is and withdraw it to the point from where it is coming. When you put your attention on something, if somebody is talking to you, you want to hear him, you turn your head like this. Yes, what did you say? You don't necessarily turn your head because you want to look with the eyes. You would turn your head for music. You turn your head because of the ears, eyes, everything put together draws your attention in a particular way. So where does this attention come from? Have you ever considered that the attention that you focus on different things, where is it originating from? If you contemplate only this question, what is the original point from where attention flows out? You will come to know it comes from the head. Not only from the head, it comes from the center of the head and flows out or is activated through the sense perception of the eyes, ears, and so on, the movement of the head. All these are used for the attention to focus on something, but originating from the center of the head. Withdrawal of attention would mean that you put your attention to the point from where it's coming out. Now, we never practice that, therefore it's difficult. And that's why meditation becomes difficult. But with practice, it will be as easy as focusing attention on something outside of yourself. And this is the key. We will be practicing a lot in the afternoon and also tomorrow, how to withdraw attention to where it belongs. And that is what makes you discover yourself. Because yourself is generating the attention that's going out at all levels. So attention is very important. And but the sense perceptions which we have adopted as part of our body's experiences, they are independent from the body. We think that we only see because we have these eyes. But how do we see dreams? How do we see things in imagination? Is that not seeing? It's still seeing. What is seeing? Seeing is not these eyes at all. When we can see something without these eyes, how can we say it's only these eyes that can see? If you can, in an imagination, see something, if in a dream you can see something, these eyes are not seeing something in a dream. So therefore, the seeing, as perception of seeing, is different from seeing through the eyes. Now we similarly smell, similarly taste, similarly touch, tactile sense. All the sense perceptions that we are accustomed to using, we are associating with different organs of the body. Indeed, they are not. They can function independently too. Now we are not used to it, of senses functioning independently, because we have been growing up in our bodies thinking that all the sense perceptions are because of the sense organs in the body. Now I want to demonstrate to you with the next exercise that the sense perceptions function independently of the body. Now that's again an imaginary exercise, and you will see how imagination works to generate all the sense perceptions without having to use the eyes or this body at all. So in this next exercise, you will close your eyes and imagine that there is a table next to you where you are sitting, and on the table lies a vase or vase, if you call it, of flowers. And your favorite flowers are in that vase. And then there is a plate of a snack, that is favorite snack of yours. And there is a drink in a glass, in a tumbler, a drink lying there. And as I will direct you, you will pick up one of these at a time and see what experience you have of them in pure imagination. Not with these eyes, not with these ears, not with any of this. So close your eyes and imagine that next to you is a table on which lies a vase of flowers, and next to it is a drink in a cup, in a tumbler, and next to that is a plate or a saucer on which some favorite snacks of yours are lying. And you are sitting comfortably next to these things on your table. Now pick up the vase of flowers and bring it in front of you. See, it's a glass vase. Knock with a finger on the vase and see if it makes ting ting sound to show it's made of glass, or is it plastic? Check, did you hear the sound and found out whether it's glass or plastic? Now look at the flowers in the vase. What color are they? Look at the shape of the flowers. Are these your favorite flowers? Are they something new? Have you seen these flowers before? Have you seen these colors before? Bring the flowers close to your nose and smell them. See what fragrance they have. Is it familiar to you, this fragrance of these flowers? Have you had that smell before? Do you recognize it? Look at the flowers again. Are they still the same flowers or have they changed? What do they look like now? What color do they have? Now put the flowers back on the table. Pick up your drink and see, is it in a glass tumbler or plastic? Knock on it again. Is it glass, plastic, styrofoam? Look at the color of the drink, if you can see it. Take it to your lips and taste it. A little sip of it. Is it a familiar taste? Have you had that taste before? Take another sip. Taste it again. Has it changed? Is it still the same taste? Put the drink back on the table. Pick up the plate of your favorite snack. Look at the snack. Is it your favorite? How often have you had it? Taste it. How does it taste? Do you like it or dislike it? Would you like to change it? Is it still the same snack? Put it back on the table. Keep your eyes closed till I count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes. Welcome back. How many of you were able to do this exercise successfully? Oh, I think eating things is easy to do. Right? How many of you were able to see the flowers? How many of you were able to smell the flowers? How many of you were able to see whether the vase was made of glass or plastic? How many of you were able to taste the drink that you had? How many of you were able to enjoy the snack that you had? Very good result. How many of you still have the taste of the snack in your mouth? Isn't it amazing? You did all this through your imagination. And yet the sensory perception was identical to what you would do if you had real thing. How many of you saw flower that you had never seen before? So many. Isn't that amazing? That it was not what you could remember. It's something different. How many of you found the flowers change during the exercise? Isn't that amazing? The physical flowers never change. When you see them with your eyes, these flowers changed. How many of you had an unusual experience with this? Either with the snack, or would you like to share? But you never smelled in your life? Was it good?
Yes.
You enjoyed it?
Yes, it was very good.
Interesting, very good that you never smelt in your life and you smelt it today. Interesting. Yes, Gary?
I first saw the vase with the flowers, and they were red, and they seemed to be like little suns. But then with you,
Very good. I'm happy to hear you went into the other world for a little while. The truth is you all went into the other world. The truth is that these experiences did not take place in the physical body at all. The truth is all these experiences took place in the sensory body, in the astral body. And all sense perceptions, even in the physical body, take place because of the astral sense perceptions. But we associate them with the physical body. In fact, we can see more with the astral eyes than we can with the physical eyes. It's the astral eyes that make us see through the physical eyes. We don't recognize it. That if we were to completely give up the awareness of the physical body, we would have all the senses intact completely. Indeed, the sense perceptions are themselves the structure of the astral body. There is no body as such. The sense perceptions retain even the shape and the feeling of a body, and therefore that is the astral body. What we call imagination here looks imaginary, not because it's truly imaginary, but because we have adopted this level of reality as the only reality, and therefore the rest is all imaginary. Supposing your attention goes to that and is withdrawn from this, that will become your only reality. That is the astral experience, that you really go into an experience of perceptions, sensory perceptions, which are not connected with the physical body, and yet they are equally strong. In fact, they are stronger. You see brighter colors, and you see brighter, you have unusual smells, you have unusual experiences in the astral self, which you never had here. All the experiences that you have in the physical system here in the physical body are arising from the astral experience. They are the original ones. And we are having copies and reflections of those in the physical body, and yet we think this is the only reality because we are caught up in this level of experience and we think this is the only reality. Through meditation, you can vacate the body and put your attention on the astral self, and you will see the astral self will be more real than even the physical body that you ever had. So that's the first step in our exercises. So I'm glad that you were able to experiment with this. Any difficulty you had in this exercise or in the first? Yes, Diki.
Well,
What do you think was happening?
maybe my attention.
Exactly. Attention was straying. When the attention strays, things seem to change or seem to withdraw, disappear, and reappear. It's a game of attention. Same thing happens in meditation. In meditation, you have certain experiences which come and go. Till the attention gets used to a certain experience, it seems to float away and come back again. Even when the radiant form of the Master appears in meditation, even that form appears and seems to disappear in the beginning. And sometimes it seems to withdraw to a distance and sometimes comes close. There's nothing moving actually, it's our attention. Our attention creates this distortion of an experience. And we think that experience is moving, actually our attention is creating that. So you are right in your analysis. Anybody else? Yes.
What if you were blind from birth?
You would see very clearly. The blindness is of the physical eyes and not of the astral eyes. Not at all, because this looks like this is the real thing and we are remembering from here and seeing those things. The truth is The astral sight is there, therefore we can see, and if we are blind, we are not using that astral sight.
So if a person would,
Not only that, blind people have been able to see even when they were blind, after first having seen with the astral eyes. And that's an amazing thing. Of course, we think that blind people, born blind, are totally unable to see because they were born blind. On the other hand, they use the same terminology, I can see. Now, when we hear them say, I can see you, we think they are saying because they can touch your face with their hands, and it's the tactile perception that they are converting into sight. It's not exactly that. They have their own vision, and they see. They see slightly differently than we see with the physical eyes, because the astral eyes see more than the physical eyes can see. And so when blind people see and describe something, they can describe very clearly some of the scenes. I read a very interesting story of two patients, terminally ill patients, who were in a hospital. And one had a bed next to the window, and the other had a bed next to him. There were two beds in that hospital room. And the man, they were both terminally ill, but they talked to each other occasionally. And the man next to the window would describe to the next person, look, today a parade is going on outside, and I can see it, it's beautiful, people are carrying flags, they're marching. And the man next couldn't see, but he enjoyed the stories which the man next to the window was telling him. Eventually, every day he would entertain him that new scenes are now going on outside the window. He is seeing new parades going on, new people walking there. Very clear descriptions he would give of what is happening outside. Then that person near the window passed away, he died. And this man said, can I shift to the bed on the window so I can see now? And he shifted to the window and he found there was just a wall outside. There was nothing outside. He said, how come that man used to describe everything to me? They said, didn't you know he was totally blind from birth? That's an interesting story which tells us something. He was describing things so clearly, and he was blind from birth. And the nurse said, didn't you know that? He was totally blind from birth. So the seeing that we talk about is taking place because these sense perceptions, all of them, are occurring at the level of the astral body. The astral body is responsible for sense perceptions. These different bodies which we say, the physical body, the astral body, the causal body, they are all performing certain functions. The physical body performs the important function of creating material physical reality for us and making that as the only reality. It's a great function that this body can do. The astral body provides all the sense perceptions and embeds them into the physical body so that we think, because we have eyes we can see, and that if we see through imagination, it's only what we have seen before. But as you will hear from all the people who had experiences, these are just examples. They have seen things which they never seen before. They have seen the colors of flowers change. They never seen in physical life. They just had a smell which he never had in his life. They had today for the first time. So the power of perception through senses of the astral body far exceeds that which is permitted by the embedding of those very sense perceptions in the physical body. It's an experiment worth doing, that when you really vacate your body, physical body, of its attention and move into the astral body, you'll find your sense perceptions much stronger than you ever had before. You look at the sky, you look at the very things around you here in the physical world, and the sky is more blue and beautiful than you've ever seen before. That everything is shining with a radiance you never seen in the physical world. And you can see the same physical things in a different way. You can also have a deeper vision. You can see through the walls. You can see through people. You can see transparent people. And they become transparent as you look at them. They become solid as you think of them. You look beyond them, they become transparent. You look at them, they become solid. This is only possible with the astral eyes. This is not possible with physical eyes. There are so many experiences like that which you will encounter yourself. Meditation is a great adventure in order to know who we really are, what faculties we have, which are hidden inside us. We never use them because we think that the physical world of reality is the only world, the only reality. And we are trapped into this reality and unable to have the experiences that are available right inside our own body, right inside our own head, right inside our own consciousness. So this meditational experience opens up experiences which are unimaginable. They go beyond, way beyond our imagination. And yet they are our experiences, not somebody else's. The spiritual practice that I am talking about does not depend on anybody else's experience. It depends entirely on your own experience. Whatever experience you have, you only believe that. You do not need to believe anybody's stories. You do not believe what is written in the books till you experience it yourself. So that's why it's a very practical path. The spiritual path of the great master was totally practical. That see what you can see and then say I've seen it. Experience something and then say I've experienced it. So therefore, this sensory system that you have is one of the systems that operates by itself and is embedded in the physical system. So physical body is merely a reflection of the astral. All things that you're seeing here around you are being generated because they exist in the astral plane. Everything that you can possibly experience here in the physical world exists in its prime quality, in its original form in the astral world. It's a world. It's a complete universe like this one, bigger universe than this. And you can go and travel in that. Now when you are in the astral body, you don't have any weight, no gravity, no problem of dieting. You don't need food. You can eat food for taste. You can stay the same age, the same form that you adopt at the time of meditation, or you can change. How can you do any of these things here? We are stuck here. We are in a prison here. We don't realize this physical body is a prison. It has taken away all our freedom. And we are internally very free. If we regain our freedom, we can get all the experiences that belong to us. Nobody has to give it to us. They are already there with us. So that's why I'm sure, based on these incentives, you will all try to good meditation today, tomorrow, and hereafter. All these doors of new experiences will open up to you.